Hey everyone, I am Leslie and welcome back to another budget with me for March. If you're new to my channel, I do budget with me videos once a month just to catch up on my budget, plan for the next month, and just see how I'm doing with all my spending and saving. I also like to talk about decluttering and just other videos, busy working mom stuff. So if any of that appeals to you, definitely subscribe for more videos. So for today, I am just keeping it so casual. I'm actually on my lunch break. I'm working from home today and it's just been such a crazy morning. I've had a headache all day. It's just one of those days. So just grab some tea or coffee and let's just hang out and talk about my budget. So if you are new here, I had a huge emergency expense in January that wiped out all of my savings. So a big focus for me for 2025 is rebuilding my savings and focusing on a low buy year. So I haven't really jumped into the complete no buy. I'm honestly a little intimidated by doing a complete no buy. So I'm calling it a low buy because I am still buying a few things here and there, but I'm just really focusing on intentional spending and making sure I can build my savings back up. So a lot of my spending in January had to do with my car. I had several $1,000s that had to go towards my car repairs. So in February, luckily I didn't have a big expense like that, but I am still kind of recovering from that. So I had to pay my rental car payment. I am paying more for gas now because my husband actually got his own car. He just bought an old used car. It's 2008, so it's pretty old. We just got something really simple to take him to work and back. So that I paid a little more in gas this month. Just little things like that. And I did have to replace my car battery. That was unrelated to my accident back in January. It was just one of those general maintenance things. My car is 2017, so it does have a few things here and there that it needs as far as maintenance. Like I do need new brakes, so I'll probably be doing that in the next couple of months. There's also one just minor thing that I need fixed. It's probably going to be a couple $100s. So I did have some more car related things unrelated to the accident. Oh, and on top of everything, my car insurance payment is due in the next month. So I pay 6 months at a time. So it is going to be a pretty big chunk of money. Last time it was like $1,200. This time, I don't know if they already have the accident on there. It's probably going to be like $1,500 if I had to guess for 6 months. I am switching insurance because Allstate really screwed me over by not paying for any of my car repairs. So I am switching. So I kind of don't know what to expect with switching, but we'll get it figured out. I am going to just take it out of savings. So I have about $2,500 in savings right now. So I just plan to take out a good chunk of that for my car repair. For my insurance. I'm still stuck on car repairs because that's been my life for the past 2 months. But anyway, let's get into what I actually spent in February and my plans for March. All right, so I did mention I'm going to be paying for gas now for my car. We used to split it between me and my husband, but now that he has his car, I'll be paying for my own gas. But one thing is that he's actually been paying for a little bit more with groceries now, so that's really cool. So the first thing on my list is groceries, and I actually did really great with groceries. I spent $536. That's awesome. And if you're curious, so I have a family of 3, and I spent $500 and then he spent around $400, but he did buy a lot of bulk items like bulk rice. He bought a ton of meat, bulk spices, that kind of thing. So all in all, we spent $900 as a family of 3. But that did involve a lot of bulk items on his end. So I'm going to guess we'll probably spend a little bit less next month, but I think that's a pretty good estimate. I do like buying organic and like better quality foods. So groceries are actually one thing where I don't mind spending a little bit more, but I think $900 for 3 people, especially when we don't go out to eat at all, by the way. So that is all of our food right there, basically. I mean, we might grab like a snack at 7-Eleven sometimes or something like that. But as far as going out to eat, getting fast food, we don't do that at all. So that is our entire food budget for the month. So I'm pretty happy with that, especially if I'm only paying $500 on it. That's awesome. Paper goods and cleaning, I actually thought I was going to spend $0, but I did end up needing a few things. So I spent $20, not a big deal. Gas, like I said, I did go over on gas. Part of that is because I filled up my tank, but I also had to fill up the tank of the rental car. So that was an extra expense I had. So that's totally fine. Preschool was obviously within budget. That's a fixed cost. Personal care toiletries, I spent less, so that's really cool. Over-the-counter meds and vitamins. So there were actually a few things in February and the past few days of March where I'm having to restock some things that I ran out of that I didn't exactly expect. So I did have to restock tissues, and as far as the paper goods, I think that's where that came from. I buy in bulk, so I didn't spend $20 only one box of tissues. I bought a bulk box. And I think I had some makeup, maybe, but just some things that I was restocking. So these aren't like extra things I'm buying for the most part. A lot of it has to do with restocking. So with the over-counter meds and vitamins, this just happened to be the time where I needed to restock stuff like magnesium and vitamin D. I did try, I think it was February, where I bought some iron pills that ended up really making my stomach hurt. So I'm so mad. I kind of wasted my money on those because I guess it was actually a pretty small dose. So I don't know why it upset my stomach so much, but I'm probably going to stop taking those. That's one of the worst things with trying new supplements or vitamins. You never know how you're going to react. And I know with me, I'm really sensitive to that stuff. I should really just stop. So daughter's wants was $0. My daughter's needs was actually $46 for this month. What did I spend? Sorry, I'm scrolling through all my stuff right here. Oh, she did need shampoo for sure. She needed some lip balm, socks. She also needed socks. I think that's what most of that was. So that's fine. $46 is reasonable. One thing that's really hard with budgeting is that there are some things that are just kind of like rolling needs that I know I'm going to have. So like I mentioned, restocking. I know my daughter is going to need new preschool shirts because her uniform shirts are still from last year and they're actually getting pretty small. So that's going to be like $120 worth of shirts that I'll need to get. But I just don't know when I'm going to get them. It's probably going to be next month. But some of these things are just really hard to actually budget because it seems like I go over sometimes, but it's stuff that I knew I was going to need. I just didn't put it on that month. So I don't know if that's an issue for you as well. It really makes it hard to keep a tight budget because if I really need something, I'm going to get it. But it's not that big of a deal. As long as I'm within like a couple $100s of what I expected to spend, I guess it's not that big of a deal. I always budget less than what I have to spend. Like I budget less of my income than what I actually have. So if I do go over a little bit one month, it's really not a big deal. It just means less savings, which really sucks, but at least I'm not like going into debt or anything worse. Medical expenses, that was only my insurance, so that was within budget. Gifts, I didn't need any gifts. Clothes, $38. What did I buy? I know I bought myself some knee-high tights that I wear to work because mine were starting to get holes in them. What else? Because I know that wasn't $38. What did I buy? I hate when this happens that I can't remember what I bought. Oh, a wallet. I put that under clothes. So my wallet actually completely fell apart. So I had to buy a new wallet. I just bought like a pretty standard Fossil wallet. It was like, I think I used my credit card points and ended up getting it for like $20. So that was pretty good. All right, hobbies, pets, and entertainment was all $0. So that's cool. So home goods and decor was a little bit more than I expected, but what I bought was two to-go, like two, what am I saying? It's not exactly Tupperware because they're glass, like 2 glass containers to take to work because I meal prep my food. And currently I just use plastic wrap on bowls and it's just getting really annoying not having bowls with lids. So I bought 2 and I absolutely love them. I may actually buy a couple more. I'm not sure yet, but they were like $18 each. And then my water pitcher, it was just getting really old, so I needed to replace it. So I did get a water pitcher, so that's what the home good expenses were. So you can see a few of these are at $0. Dining out, I went over by 38 cents. And dining out is really just buying snacks and stuff here and there. So usually when we do laundry once a week, we'll go to 7-Eleven and grab some snacks. I'm pretty sure all of that is just 7-Eleven snacks. Car maintenance, that's where I put like the rental car expense and the car battery and that kind of stuff. So, I actually spent less than I thought. I had budgeted 700, but it was only $327. So I was actually way under budget on my projected car expenses this month. So that was really cool, especially after January was so awful with that stuff. Electronics, that $19 was just batteries. The gym and house cleaner, I know it's weird to put those in the same category, but that's just because those are two fixed expenses, so I just keep them in the same category. Miscellaneous, that was a lot, so that was basically $120. That's because it had my TurboTax expense on there, and then some more car stuff, like car registration stuff. My license plate I had to get replaced, and I don't remember what else. That might be it. But I have to pay a lot for TurboTax because of my Etsy stuff. So I have to buy the small business TurboTax, so it's a little bit more. And then laundry was only $10, so I was actually under budget on laundry. And that is it. So my expenses were actually pretty decent for February. I was pretty excited about that. So savings and well, not investing, because I haven't really been focusing on investing because I'm trying to get my savings back up. That is my number one priority. So savings, I was able to save $1,000, which is so awesome. Retirement was just under 600, 587.96. So I think I did really good for February. I am just so optimistic about the rest of the year. So with the February expenses looked at, let's take a look at March and see if I can kind of project what I'm going to spend in March. Although it's difficult, like I mentioned, I just don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, and by the way, for my projected budget versus what I spent, I was actually under by $394 for February. So that's just perfect. I am just so ecstatic about that. All right, so a lot of these numbers for March are probably going to be pretty similar. So I'm just going to run through. Paper goods I know is going to be more. So I'm going to put, I don't know if I want to buy toilet paper this month. You know what? I'm actually going to put $60 for paper goods because I know there are a few things I need to restock. I also do cleaning goods under paper goods. So yeah, I'm going to put that at 60. Gas, I should be good once a month with gas. Gas is weird. I feel like it's every few weeks. So there are going to be some months where I do fill up twice and then some where I fill up once. I don't think there would be one where I don't fill up at all, just because I have to drive to work. So we'll see. That would be neat. Personal care. I'm pretty good on personal care and toiletries. Over-the-counter meds and vitamins, I may have to buy one more thing, so I'm just going to leave that at 30. Preschool stays the same. Daughter's wants and needs. So, like I said about her clothes, I don't know when I'm buying her shirts, but I'm going to go on and just put $150 because there are a few things I can kind of foresee in the future that she's going to need to get. So I don't want to be too far over budget, so I'm just going to put $150. Medical expenses, I'm going to keep the same. We don't need any gifts. My clothes, I actually do need a few things as far as my work clothes. So I've been going to the gym a lot and I lift heavy. So I'm really trying to build muscle, and bone density is a big thing. So I've been lifting heavy. And because of that, I'm actually developing some muscles. And one thing that's kind of funny is some of my work shirts, especially the button-ups and one of my blazers, they're too tight on my shoulders now. Apparently I have developed very strong, broad shoulders, and I feel like the Hulk when I wear some of these button-ups because it's just so tight. So I actually do need to replace some of my work clothes, which really sucks because I wanted to make sure I stay the same size just to keep all my clothes the same, but I really want to build muscle, so I guess that's just the trade-off is I need to buy bigger clothes now. So anyway, sorry, that was I'm just very proud of myself. But so I'm gonna go on and put, man, I don't even know what to put because I don't know how much I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna put 120. I don't know. I really have no idea because I don't know. Like I said, if I need it, I'm gonna buy it, but that sounds fair. Hobbies, pets, entertainment. I think my cat's good on food. That's the only thing she would really need. Oh, litter. She does need litter. I'm gonna put 25 for pets. Home good type stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna buy more of those bowls, so I'm actually still gonna leave it at 40. Childcare, we shouldn't need anything. Business, salon. Dining out, I'll leave it 15 since I only went over by 38 cents. I think 15 is pretty fair. Car maintenance will be a lot less, but I do have that one repair that I need to do, and I do need to go through a car wash. I'm gonna put 250 for car maintenance because I think that would cover everything that I need to do. That doesn't cover the brakes, but I think the brakes are going to be a couple more months, like as the weather gets warmer. My husband's actually going to repair change the brakes. I just need to pay for the actual brakes. So labor is going to be free, so that's really cool. No vacation, electronics. I'm going to put $20 because sometimes I do need things like a charger cord or just random stuff. So I'll go ahead and put 20. Gym and house cleaners the same. I don't think I'm gonna have any work expenses outside of clothing, but I'm putting that under the clothing category. Miscellaneous, laundry. I'm actually pretty good on laundry money because I ended up with some cash from when I got my car back. They actually gave me a small refund in cash because there was something that they got used. They thought they were gonna get new, so we did get a few $100s back, which was awesome. So I'm able to use that for laundry. I'm only gonna put $20 for laundry because I'm pretty good on cash. But yeah, miscellaneous, I'll keep it 20. Yeah, so I guess that's gonna be my March, I hope. The total expenses, what is this? $3,033. Oh my gosh, you know what? I totally forgot to talk about subscriptions. So one thing about subscriptions, I ended up purchasing a year of Google storage because now that I'm making these videos, I don't have room to store them on my phone. So I do need more storage through Google. So I purchased a year one for like $100 instead of paying every month. So my subscription amount for February was actually like $150. So that sucks, but it's just because I had that year fee in there. As far as monthly, next month it should be like 55, 60. I got my subscriptions down quite a bit, so 55 or 60 would be great. That's really it. Let me know how your year is going because mine is definitely doing so much better already. And like I said, I'm so optimistic. I have my fingers crossed so hard that I will get to 10,000 in savings this year, and I really think I could. It's gonna be tough. It takes a lot of intention and really thinking about what you're buying. So definitely like, subscribe, drop me a comment, let me know how things are going for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.